What is up, What is up, FS Club? Now, the day that I'm recording this, there is only 66 days left till the big release of Farming Simulator 25. I looked that up again like I did the last time. I made a video last month going over all the confirmed features for Farming Simulator 25. This one is more of an updated one because we actually found out a lot of new features over this past month that wasn't in that video because, you know, Gamescom happened, and of course Giants have released a few blogs on all the stuff that's coming. So this will go over all those new features plus all the features I said last month. This will be the ultimate new features video. Well, I have my pre-order in and hope you guys have yours in too, because this looks to be the biggest farming simulator to ever come out. Let me know in the comments if you have pre-ordered it and for what system. Also, if you're on PC and you guys are interested in pre-ordering it, you can use the club's link down in the description. It helps out the club and doesn't cost any extra. And we'll say, usually Giants releases the game and updates through their website first, so that it is a benefit of getting it through the club. So today we'll be going over all the new features for Farming Simulator 25. I'm going to warn you, there is a lot of good features in here. It looks like Giants listened to the community on a lot of these. I know these features will not make everyone happy, but in my opinion, on someone who has a lot of hours in Farming Simulator, I am actually happy with a lot of these features. And remember, at the end of the day, Giants puts out the base game, then modders add in a lot of new stuff too, because Farming Simulator 22 is not the same as it was when it first came out. This is also the only game that has this kind of community, plus has tons and tons of modder that actually add stuff to the game almost every single day. Now, with the intro done, I would like to say, if you guys are enjoying the video, a like would be appreciated. Let's try to get to that big 1,000 likes on this video. So if you're excited for Farming Simulator 25, smash that like button. Also, if you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit that sub button and ring that bell so you guys can get notified every single time I release a video. Now, let's actually talk about Farming Simulator 25. Okay, the release date, it will be November 12th, 2024, which is 66 days away from today's video. On PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series, the standard game will be $59.99. Now on PC, it will be $49.99. I think it's $10 cheaper because Sony and Microsoft actually has to take a cut. It's always been like that. On console, there's also a pack with the game and a year one pass for $89.99. On PC, of course, it is $10 cheaper, so it'll be $79.99 on that one. On PC, there's also a collector's edition, which is $69.99, which comes with some pretty good stuff, especially that ignition key that really turns on tractors. And if you got the FS22 collector's edition, that means you would have the ignition key and you would also have that beacon. Just a suggestion though, do not lose those keys. Okay, first of all, let's talk about animals in Farming Simulator 25. Of course, it has the standard ones that's always been in there: horses, cows, sheep, and chickens. But now there's actually baby animals actually in the game. There's baby animals, medium-sized animals, and then of course the full-grown adult animals. Along with that, there is also going to be water buffalo actually in the game, so a new animal. So if you like hoofed ruminant animals, nice. They've added water buffaloes to the ensemble of farm animals, which we're going to be talking about right now. Why water buffaloes are awesome. They're strong but low maintenance. Water buffaloes adapt to harsher environments, hot and humid, no problem. That's why they feel at home in Southeast Asia, for example. Ideal creatures to keep on their new Asian map that's actually going to be in the game, which we haven't really seen much of that Asian map. They're also high performance lawnmowers, grass-eating animals, not that special. So in Farming Simulator 25, your fields of grass will be cut by grazing livestock, not just the water buffaloes. So that pretty much confirms right there that grazing actually will be in the game too. If you guys don't know what grazing is, that means when you have an animal in a pasture, they will eat the grass that's in that pasture. And when the grass gets down really low, if you don't have any food in their troughs, well, you can actually change the pasture, well, change them to a different pasture, and they will eat that grass. At least that's how it worked on FS19, and I'm hoping that's how it works actually on FS22 too. But that was a big feature with seasons on that one. Also about water buffalo, they're valuable milk producers. Water buffalo milk is especially rich in fat, protein, and minerals, making it ideal for producing dairy products, which you can too. They've also announced on one of the maps there's actually going to be a mozzarella cheese factory too. So we're going to be able to actually make mozzarella cheese, actually, and probably just in the dairy factory. Now, something I did forget to mention when I was talking about actually the release date and pre-orders and all that, if you do pre-order the game, you will also get the Mac Done pack, which swathing is now included into the game. But anyways, what do you get with this pack? You get the Mac Done M1240, the DX140, the PW8, the R216 SP, and the FD140 Flex Draper. So you can be able to actually, well, like I said, you're going to be able to actually swath crops in the game, which if you played Edgewater or I think Alma and a few other maps, you actually probably swathed actually on those maps. Now, another new feature is actually them moving to Giants Engine 10. Remember, on FS 22 and 19, they were on Giants Engine 9, so this is a massive upgrade on this engine. You can feel a deeper connection to your fields and nature thanks to a general tech upgrade, which improved graphics and physics based on the latest and modding-friendly Giants Engine 10, including distance fog, enhanced shadows, dynamic weather effects, ground deformation, and more. The romantic life of virtual farming gets more immersive and atmospheric, which we have all seen plenty of gameplay videos, including this video right here of just the fog and the god rays and even the water effects on Farming Simulator 2025. It makes a massive difference. And they've also confirmed that you now will be able to play in third-person camera. So we don't have to have that first-person camera anymore. We can actually play in third person, so we can actually see our characters too. Makes a massive difference. I've actually used to use this all the time on PC when I used to use the Easy Dev console. So it's gonna be nice to actually have that in the base game. And now with the base game, there's actually going to be 3 maps on that base game. There's going to be, of course, Erlengrad, that was with the last big expansion of FS 22, and then an Asian map, and then of course Riverbend Springs, which will be their American map. We really haven't gotten any information on the Asian map, so I will just be talking about the American map right now. So with Riverbend Springs, you don't have to ask where the name comes from when you look at the map of Riverbend Springs. A huge winding river, lots of water, and many little creeks and streams in between. A ferry too. If you're wondering how to get across the river, crossing it with the ferry fit for your machine is an option. It's all about water, and they wanted to actually celebrate that. That's why you'll find piers, jetties, houseboats, restaurants floating on the river, and many more elements in Riverbend Springs to go along with the theme of the map. Perfect fit for adding rice and water physics, right? Well, speaking of crops, there's actually going to be 2 kinds of rice on the map. There's going to be spinach, and even though they haven't confirmed it yet, but everybody pretty much knows, there's also going to be peas and green beans. So if you add both of those, rice plus spinach plus those other 2 crops, that means 5 new crops. That is amazing right there. But let's talk more about Riverbend Springs. In Riverbend Springs, you'll come across some historic buildings and other elements of times gone by. The old grain elevator, a paper mill at the river, or a brick buildings, how they were built 100 years ago, for example. And you actually have to fix buildings on there too. There's also many nice places in Riverbend Springs you might want to visit. Who knows what or who you'll get to see when exploring. Whenever they said that, I think that NPC characters are gonna be able to actually talk on the map. It might not be like, you know, like fully blown NPC characters, but there might be just a few, you know, give a little bit of a backstory or something like that. Or, you know, maybe that's how we get the contracts in Farming Simulator 25. I don't know about that. That's all speculation right there. But anyways, there's also construction sites, business, buying your goods, and more. And now, since we talked about, you know, water in the game, let's talk about weather in the game. Weather is going to be a major factor in Farming Simulator 22. Mainly in Riverbend Springs and multiple other locations around the world, the weather is predicted to change more often. As we look at darkening clouds in the sky, listening to the wind, the farmers closing in, one can notice clear signs that some weather is on the way. In August summer nights, local farmers and residents are encouraged to take general precautions. But first, let's talk about what they can be prepared for. Tornadoes are actually going to be in Farming Simulator 25. Well, not just also tornadoes. Also, whenever rain actually hits, like say like the asphalt, you're gonna actually be able to see puddles. You're gonna see it actually hitting it. You're also gonna be able to see it actually on the tractor too. So water droplets and all that, it's gonna make it more immersive. Another thing is hail is coming back to Farming Simulator 25, and with the tornadoes and all that, you gotta be careful, because guess what? If a tornado hits, you're gonna have to do some cleanup. No, it's not gonna make tractors go flying in the air or anything like that. The only thing we've got confirmed with tornadoes is bales. I don't know if they go flying or they get destroyed. Trees will get destroyed, and then of course your crops will get destroyed. So you're gonna have to definitely have a cleanup. And I'm hoping there's gonna be kind of an option in case we can turn it off, or like the frequency doesn't happen like every single year, because you know a farm doesn't get a tornado every single year. Now another new feature is about the baling. The baling is completely changed also in Farming Simulator 25. It used to be, at least in FS 22, We just buy the baler, pick the color wrap in the store, and you just pretty much bail. That was about it. Now in FS25, you will actually have to load it up. You'll have to put the foil in there, the wrap, the twine, whatever. And you can also change the color like that too. So you don't have to have that baler with the same color the whole time. You can buy wraps that have actually different color, or who knows, maybe with the modders, maybe some different designs. I wouldn't be surprised by Christmas time that we actually have some wrap with maybe looks like Christmas presents on bales. That's going to be pretty cool to see that actually in the game. And you know what? I'm actually going to leave a video right here so you guys can actually see the whole baling process of how they loaded it and all that. And it got me excited whenever I seen this. Now that was awesome right there. And also, I have already said this, there is two kinds of rice actually in the game. You got the Asian rice, which is just regular rice in the game, and then you got the long grain rice, which is American rice. The regular rice that you use for like Asian maps or stuff, you can actually use it on the American ones too, but you actually use a special harvester for that. With the long grain rice, we actually can use just a regular combine. I mean, I'm probably going to try both, but I'm probably going to be doing long grain rice probably the most. Now, there's also two major other additions to AI. Now in the game, there's actually going to be Courseplay and GPS actually built into the game for everybody. And it looks like what it does is as soon as you hit that field, it's going to detect like everything. It's going to make the easiest paths for you if you're using GPS or Courseplay. So no more of the AI running into trees or creeks or doing, yeah, you know how the AI works. But those are probably the two most things that people have been wanting for a while, GPS and Courseplay. GPS is going to make it so much more easier to go in those straight lines and not having to overlap all the time. And then of course, Courseplay is going to be a lot more easier, say like, you know, if you're on single farms or whatever, so it can actually do all that work right there for you. I'm just wondering with that, will you have to be able to actually pay the worker? Probably. Yeah, probably. Now I'm going to show you two clips right here. One is, of course, the GPS, and the other one is Courseplay. See, how cool does that look right there? Okay, last but not least, let's talk about favorite brands. Well, let's talk about some new brands on Farming Simulator 25. There's gonna be over 400 authentic machines and items from over 150 international top brands like Case IH, Claas, Fence, John Deere, Kubota, Massey Ferguson, New Holland, Vulture, and many more allow you to engage in agriculture, forest, and animal husbandry. And we've also seen, you know, J&M. We've Macdon now. Let's see some other ones we have. Oh yeah, forgot. The International is also in there too. Okay, but anyways, guys, that is all the features. I probably did miss a few. Later on, of course, I will be posting a top 5 new feature list, probably sometime next weekend, because I need to update that one too, because like I said, we have a lot of new features that we were talking about in this one. Like always, if you guys did enjoy the video, a like would be appreciated. Hopefully hit that 1,000 likes. Also, if you're new to the channel, welcome to the club. Don't forget to hit that sub button and ring that bell. Well, see you guys in the next one. Peace.
Wouldn't lie to you, doesn't matter what I do. She's got a hold on me. She knows how to drive a truck, but she lets me pick her up when we're going dancing. My heart stops beating when my headlights